You are welcome once more to Nzin TV, where they break the news and we meant it. If you've never been to this channel, it's good you subscribe to this channel. If you are a critical, rational, philosophical, and logical person, this is the channel for you. If you want to know what you've not been taught in school, if you want to know more, and if you want to feed your curiosity, this is the channel you should tune into, log on to, and subscribe to. The last time we were discussing about John Rockefeller, who sponsored education. This time again, it's a continuation still discussing John Rockefeller. The same man sponsored the pharmaceutical, you heard me right, the pharmaceutical industries. And his vision is to take you out of the nature care. Remember, he trains you in school not to think but to work for the big corporations. They build your curriculums not to help you think but to make you work for the corporations and end pay. So you keep working. And technically, there was a system of education that was traditionally, culturally going underground. The oldest Alkebulan people, Kemetic people, Sudanic people, Kush people, now called African people, have a system of education, system of healthcare, in fact, system of life that they were following. But John Rockefeller, understanding that he wants to make money from his capitalist mentality, he has to find a way of taking people off the simple, natural, cheap way. So he sponsored the pharmaceuticals to make chemical medications that would force people to leave the herbal, natural, cheap, and free medications. With this ideology of science has proven this to be right and that to be wrong. Remember, he sends you to school, you keep working, and you end up getting sick. And instead of getting free medication from the hubs in your field, they have now brainwashed you to go to the pharmaceutical chemical system that will not truly heal you, but just manage your symptoms. At the end of it, you go school, work, get sick, and you go to their pharmaceutical and buy medications. It sounds sad, but that is the zine, that is the truth. The medical system and the pharmaceutical system actually is not truly healthcare system. It's a business treatment system. You heard me right, a business treatment system. There are certain situations and times that you actually go to the hospital and get medical treatment. But the truth of it is 95% of those things you buy in the pharmaceutical and get treated in the hospital, nature has given you free. But John Rockefeller, who is a capitalist trying to monopolize and make wealth, find a way of pocketing all that thing, sponsoring education, sponsoring the pharmaceuticals. In our present days, you can see what is happening. Bill Gates is not a medical doctor. But check it out and see. He is the one headlining most vaccines. This is not a talk about Bill Gates. It's a talk about John Rockefeller, our educational system, and the fraud in our pharmaceutical system. I don't know if you learned this as a pharmacist or as a doctor in school, that John Rockefeller sponsored pharmaceutical companies to make medications for him to make money and take people off natural cure. If I'm right or wrong, you can drop your comment. If you have more information, you can drop a comment. If you believe it or don't believe it, you can drop your comment. But here, we're not about believing or not believing. We're about setting facts that you can check back and see in the history books. This is Nzin TV.